Now, Governor Cuomo says that while it is important to get people back to work and the economy running again, he does not agree with prioritizing the economy over people, especially the most vulnerable.
Yeah, my mother is not expendable, and your mother is not expendable, and our brothers and sisters are not expendable, and we're not going to accept a premise that human life is disposable, and we're not going to put a dollar figure on human life. The first order of business is save lives, period, whatever it costs. Well, they're old people anyway, and the old get left behind. What is this, some modern Darwinian theory of natural selection? You can't keep up, so the band is going to leave you behind. We're going to move on. And if you can't keep up, well, then you just fall by the wayside of life. God forbid.
That was the governor speaking at the Javits Center located on the west side of Manhattan today, which, by the way, will be now home to about 1,000 hospital beds. CBS 2's Tony Aiello was there for that news conference, and he joins us now live outside the center with more. Tony?
Christine, the Javits will serve as a so-called backfill facility to free up beds at traditional hospitals so they can treat people with COVID-19. Earlier today, Governor Cuomo warned his fellow governors New York is the, quote, canary in the coal mine, and the surge in cases we're seeing here is coming to their states soon.
One of the forecasters said to me, we were looking at a freight train coming across the country. We're now looking at a bullet train, because the numbers are going up that quickly.
Cuomo spoke surrounded by supplies that are shipping out to area hospitals and in the presence of National Guard mobilized to meet the health crisis. A crisis symbolized by this chart with what Cuomo called an apex. The peak has grown from 110,000 beds needed to 140,000.
That apex, they project at this time could be approximately 14 to 21 days away.
Every New York hospital is working on adding at least 50% more beds. Private firms, including Ford, are gearing up to make ventilators, but the delivery date is weeks away.
We have to scale this up because the factories as we know them weren't built to produce the volumes we need to make.
Cuomo says New York needs ventilators now and wants the president to use the Defense Production Act to compel firms to make them.
Voluntarism is nice, and it is a beautiful thing, and it's nice that these companies are coming forward and saying they want to help. That is not going to get us there. And I do not, for the life of me, understand the reluctance to use the Federal Defense Production Act.
Tuesday afternoon on the Fox News Channel, President Trump responded.
If you think about Governor Cuomo, we're building him 4 hospitals. We're building him 4 medical centers. We're working very, very hard for the people of New York. We're working along with him. And then I watch him on the show complaining.
So it was very sobering to be in that briefing with the governor earlier when he talked about that apex peaking. I asked the governor if their projections are taking into consideration the possible effectiveness of that hydroxychloroquine treatment that we're hearing so much about that's raising hopes for so many people. He said the projection does not take that into account. It's a worst case scenario, assuming nothing works, nothing helps. That's what they're planning for. Live at the Javits, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.